Hi, I'm Don, the owner of Don Anthony Realty. If you're looking to get your property sold and you haven't listed your property yet, take a look at our website, donanthonyrealty.com, and you'll see how we can help you save money, saving thousands of dollars on the traditional, compared with the traditional realtor, exposure to get your property sold. One of the things you have to think about when you're getting your home sold is an end strategy for what you're going to do to get it sold. How are you going to market your house? How are you going to make it so that you have enough wiggle room in the contract negotiation to get your property sold? You and I both know that it makes sense to have a little bit of wiggle room compared with what a buyer is going to offer. If you have to factor in a 6 or 7% or even a 5% commission to get your property sold, how are you going to get that done? How are you going to make it so that when the buyer places the offer for the house and the time that you have your listing price set and you factor in commissions, how are you going to make the deal work? Well, what we do is we give your property two ways to get your property sold. Number one, we give you maximum exposure to get your property sold. We put your property on the multiple listing service, which is where all the buyers who are looking for property, working with agents, a real estate agent, are looking for property. We know that real estate agents these days have a lot of properties to choose from. And so they don't spend the time to go out and look at for sale by owner homes or look at all these various websites. Very simply, they go on the multiple listing service, type in their little search criteria for their buyers, and find a bunch of properties that meet their fact is that they know by going on the multiple listing service and finding a property for their buyer, they know, number one, that it's available, and number two, they know that they're going to get paid. I mean, the fact is, this is a business. This is not, people aren't just doing this for fun. This is a business where they have to make money, and if they don't get paid, they may not even bother with the property. And so in this case, they know that they're getting paid by going on the multiple listing service. So your property has to be there. It's essential that your property is there. You can't these days just stick a sign in the yard, put it on a couple of websites, and hope that your property is going to sell. It's like winning the lottery. I don't know if you play the lottery, well then maybe that'll work for you. But the fact is that in most cases, it just doesn't work that way anymore. So we're not in a seller's market where you can do that anymore. We're in a buyer's market where you just have to get your property marketed in a very effective way. Quite honestly, even if we were in a seller's market, you still need to get maximum exposure and be able to get all the buyers looking for your property. So number one, we put you on the multiple listing service. And number two, we market your property to all the buyers out there who are looking for property without agents. And even if they have an agent, they're still up at night looking for property out there on their own. So we have to put your property other places on the internet, on the popular websites where buyers can find you. So we put your property everywhere. We market your property, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the second part of our strategy is that when the deal comes in, when the offer comes in, you have to have that cushion. And think about it. Think about your property's value and multiply that times about 6% commission. Think about how much money that is. So on a $200,000 property, that's $12,000. So if someone comes in with a full price offer, now you're already at $188,000. It is tough to make the deal work if you don't have any wiggle room to what your bottom line is. These days, with people borrowing a lot of money on their equity line, refinancing, etc., it's just tough to have that money. And even if you did have that money, why would you want that money taken by a real estate agent? Why wouldn't you want that money going back to you for what you want it for? You want it for your retirement. You want it for college education for your kids. You want it for a nice vacation. You might even want to furnish your house a little bit better. Whatever it happens to be, that's real money. That's yours. We want to give you the flexibility to save that money if at all possible. We don't want you to have to spend that money when it's really not necessary. This day and age, we have the tools necessary to get your home sold without having to pay out all that commission. For a one-time fee of $499, we get your property marketed not only on the multiple listing service, but hundreds of other websites. We put you on the most popular website in the country, Realtor.com. We give all of our clients a showcase listing on Realtor.com. Now this is a very important distinction, so please take note of it. Realtor.com makes real estate agents pay a lot of money to Realtor.com to give their clients the exposure necessary to get them multiple photos. No, most agents will put you out there with a couple of photos, just basic photos. We pay extra to Realtor.com, and quite honestly, it's a lot of money. That's why a lot of agents don't do it. We pay a lot of money to Realtor.com to give all of our clients up to 25 photos on that website with a showcase listing. It has a banner across it, really draws the attention of the buyer, whether it's this beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bath house or 5 acres of land, whatever it happens to be that really is your thing, beautiful remodeled kitchen. we can draw the attention of the buyer to look at your property. If you go to Realtor.com, and I'd encourage you to do so, take a look at what most agents are doing. Most agents just have the standard, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, blah, blah, blah. There's not much about it. But our advertisements on Realtor.com draw the attention of the buyer so that they'll look at your property and not just skip over it like they do a lot of other properties out there. We want buyers to look at your property. So we do that on Realtor.com. We don't stop there. We want to make sure that your property is seen by buyers no matter where they're looking. Because quite honestly, some people maybe haven't heard of Realtor.com. Maybe they've heard of Zillow. Maybe they've heard of Trulia. Maybe they've heard of Yahoo or MSN.com or Google. We put you on all those websites, as well as hundreds of other websites, including MSN.com, Homescape, Cyber Homes, you name it. There's a lot of websites out there that we put you on. You can go to our website to find out more about that process. But we put you there. We also put you on for sale by owner websites. So if you go to, for example, homesbyowner.com, homesbyowner.com is one of the oldest and most popular for sale by owner websites in the country. We put you there with not just a basic free listing. We actually put you out there with a 20-photo virtual tour to bring the buyers to look at your property. So you've got lots of options there. We also put you on Craigslist, for example. Some people can only put 4 photos on Craigslist. We put up to 10. So we don't care. The fact is, we don't care where your buyer finds your property. We just want your buyer to find your property, and that's the important thing, to get your property sold. Now, we don't just stop with putting you out there on the websites and say good luck to you. We help you. We're a full-service real estate agent, full-service real estate brokerage, and so we help you through the whole process from the time we put you out there on the market to the time of closing. You're not out there on your own. We have a full customer support website that makes you go through, helps you through everything that you need to help through. Plus, we're available by phone and fax or email at all times to really be able to get you the support that you need with all the contract negotiation, with all the paperwork that's involved, and make sure that everything goes very smoothly from the time we get you listed all the way through the closing table. So again, please take a look at our website. Also take a look at our success stories. We have a lot of testimonials out there from satisfied clients who were very thrilled with the process and how much money they didn't have to spend on another realtor. I mean, that's a lot of money. So we really want to make sure that we're able to get you that exposure that you need while saving you the commission necessary to get your property sold. So please take a look at our website. And also, if you're looking at buying your next property, buying another property, use us to help you buy your next home. We can set you up with a customized search the multiple listing service, absolutely free. Get you a really neat process and able to get you out there and see all the different properties that are available in your search criteria. And if you use us to help you buy your next home also, we can save, we refund back to you that $499 fee. So it really works out well for you to save money on that side as well. So, and please, lastly, take a moment to talk to your friends and family about us, co-workers, colleagues, whoever you know in the neighborhood about our program. If they're looking to buy or sell, do them a favor and tell them about us, and do us a favor as well. We would really appreciate the referral, and we know your friends and family will appreciate the service as well as the savings. So if you have any questions, please give us a call, 704-644-1467. And our website is donanthonyrealty.com. That's donanthonyrealty.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.